Hey gang, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a quick look at one of the best guitars that I've ever owned. My Schecter USA Custom Shop Nick Johnston Flame Top in Atomic Ice. So I'm a big Nick Johnston fan. Obviously, I can't play anything like him, but being a fan of his really had nothing to do with me getting this guitar. The reason I got it was just because like I said, it's one of the best guitars that I've ever come across. And I got a really, really fantastic price on it as well. So I'm also a big fan of Super Strats, and I consider this a Super Strat, but I was looking for, I don't know, maybe a little more refined Super Strat, like a Super Strat that wears a suit to work instead of cut-off jeans maybe. But, it can still do the cut-off jeans, 80s metal, IROC driving, thing too, but it can do all the other stuff as well. So this comes from the USA Custom Shop from Schecter, that's in California, and that shop makes about, I don't know, 30 to 40 guitars a month. So it's top shelf quality. The craftsmanship of this guitar is insane. So let's talk about the body wood. It's alder. It's got an alder body with a flame maple top on it. It's finished in nitrocellulose, and it's what Schecter calls the atomic ice. Kind of a unique color. I love it, but I get some people might not like it. But the whole thing is aged slightly. It's not really relic. There's no dings or anything in it, but there is some subtle checking in the finish that from a distance you probably can't even really see it, but it is definitely there. The pick guard is slightly aged, as is all the hardware, but it's all real real subtle. It's very, very comfortable guitar. Feels great. it's got a Macassar ebony fretboard on top of this completely wenge neck, and this neck is so comfortable. This wenge feels so great. It's like a satin finish. Kind of a rounded C profile. Nothing crazy about the profile. It's just super comfortable. It's not really thick neck by any means, but it's not like, you know, shreddy wizard thin either. Just a super comfortable neck. And you know, being that like natural finished wenge, it's just, you know, the more you play it, the better it feels. Just one of the best feeling necks that I've ever played. I do have to give a special shout out to fretwork. You know, I've gotten some guitars in the last, you know, year or so that have had really excellent fretwork, and I mean, honestly, this one feels like it's better than all of them. You know, I've had Ibanez Prestige, you know, Collins guitars with their great fretwork, you know, Nags guitars with their great fretwork. Honestly, these are some of the best frets, the way they're treated and dressed and just shaped and everything. It's just super great fretwork on this job. It's really amazing. So looking at the headstock, it's got Nick Johnston's little, you know, alien dude here in his signature. And then it's got the serial number and Sun Valley, California, USA, all engraved, you know, in the back of the headstock here. The tuners are Schecter branded. I think they're Hipshot Schecter branded tuners, but I've had Hipshot tuners on a lot of my guitars, and you know, no shade to Hipshot tuners. I really love Hipshot tuners. They're great tuners. But something about these, I don't know if it's because there's something different or if they really are hip shots and it's just in my head because the guitar is so nice. But something about these tuners, they feel better than any hip shot tuners, you know, that I've ever used, just, you know, in their function and just the way they feel. A lot of you know that I normally put the Graphtec ratio locking tuners on, well, all my high-end guitars for sure, but just about all my guitars anyway. But honestly, I haven't felt a need to change these yet because these tuners just function and feel so good. They are staggered in height, so I was able to take the Graphtec string tree that comes on this guitar. I was able to take that off, and you know, without any detriment, you know, to the guitar. So if you have one of these, I don't necessarily think you need the string tree, so I got rid of mine. But just really great tuners. The nut is a Graphtec tusk nut, and it is cut as you would expect from coming from a custom shop, just perfectly. So looking at the rest of the hardware, you got Schecter's 2-point tremolo here. It's very reminiscent of a Godot 510, but this one feels a little smoother, feels a little better in operation. Saddles are extremely comfortable. Just an excellent tremolo bridge. The block in the back is a little shorter, and it's cut, the way it's cut on an angle and deeper, it basically allows the string ball end to go just about under, you know, the bridge plate. So that'll help with you. It'll help with your tuning as well. Just an excellent bridge. looking at the electronics, you have an atomic humbucker and 2 subatomic single coils. They're from the Schecter USA Custom Shop, and they're really, really great pickups. A little more vintage flavored than I initially thought they were going to be. They're not super hot. They're very articulate. They sound really, really good, I think. It's got a 5-way switch and a master volume and a master tone. The tone is a push-pull, and so you can coil split the humbucker. And one thing I did, it comes with like basically normal looking plastic strap knobs, which look fine on the guitar, but I put some of these Maximum Guitar Work knobs that I have here, and I felt the color of the finish looked good with this hardware, and I had slightly roughed them up a little bit, relic them just a little bit. I mean, you can't really tell, but I think overall looks nice with the guitar. So we'll do some tone samples for you like normal, and we're going to do the same riff we always do. like I said earlier, it's simply one of the finest guitars I've ever had the pleasure of owning. I've owned some Fender custom shop Strats, some Super Strats from other really, high-end companies, and I'd probably take this one over all of them. It's just simply just a wonderful, wonderful guitar. I want to thank you for checking it out with me today. We'll see you next time.